Hi, it's me, Isabella Marinilli, and this is another sneak peek to another story that I'm writing called The Queen of Night by Isabella Marinilli. A young princess was participating in festivities to honor the dead with the rest of the people of her kingdom. The princess and her grieving family were honoring their dead son, her brother, the prince who had recently passed away. The princess hugged her hysterically crying mother, who was not taking her son's death very well. The princess's father, the king, then hugged them both and sobbed too, while also trying to stay strong, but was failing to do so. After a while, the princess made up an excuse to break free from the hug, saying it was too painful for her and she needed a break. The king ordered his guards to make sure she returns home safely. Once she arrived home, she went to her room and sat in her bed, drawing pictures in her book of secrets. She then glanced out her window into the woods and noticed something extremely odd. Deep in the distance, she saw the abandoned house deep in the forest where her brother's body was found to have been brutally murdered, only it had been destroyed by her father 1 month after her brother's death. She curiously wondered how it was possible for the house to be back looking exactly how it did before. The confused princess opened her bedroom window and leaped out from the 3rd floor. The girl had excellent fighting skills and was very talented in the acrobatic art, so she landed on her feet no problem. Then she dashed into the woods towards the house in the woods. She climbed and leapt on trees to get there faster, and once she finally arrived, she was right in front of the abandoned house. The mischievous princess immediately felt deja vu of the night her brother was killed, seeing the house back up like this. As she stood directly in front of the door, it swung open by itself, sending a cold gust of wind directly onto her. She thought that was a bit strange, but she decided to ignore it and cautiously went into the house. Everything seemed to be back to the way it was before her father destroyed the house. From every stain and every piece of misplaced wood, the house was just as run down as it had been the night of her brother's murder. She slowly walked in, and the door immediately swung shut behind her, and an angry growl could be heard as the door shut. The princess tried to open the door once more, but it wouldn't open. Bright white, colorless flames started to burn behind her and fill the room with a bright light. She turned around to see the flames behind her, then turned to her right where a broken mirror resided and saw her dead brother in the mirror, made of white flames, looking very angry and emotionally hurt and exhausted. It was strange and different to see him like this, because while he was alive, he was always happy, cheerful, and calm. At this point, she really did not know what to do. She was in utter shock because her dead brother was staring right at her, and because she didn't believe in ghosts until, well, now. "What are you doing here? You're supposed to be dead," she exclaimed. "I am, thanks to you, and I'm going to make sure you don't get away with killing me." Alright, so that's like a sneak peek to one of the stories I'm writing right now. So, yeah. I'm currently writing a lot of other stories, so I have no idea when this one will come out, like officially in a novel, but yeah, this is one of the stories that I'm writing. Okay. Thank you for listening to it, I guess. And this is a picture of our main character, the evil princess, with the chainsaw. I don't know if that gets any spoilers, but I mean, anyways, yeah, that's her main character. Yeah, so this story takes place in basically a reality where there's a lot of old-fashioned stuff, but there's also some technology also. So yeah. They do have electric chainsaws and other kind of electricity technology and stuff like that. They do have flip phones and stuff like that. But in the same time, it's also kind of old-fashioned, I guess. But in the same time, their way of living is very old-fashioned, more
yeah.